Iran is a very like many maybe Middle Eastern countries, but more so is a very paradoxical place. Where I was growing up, I grew up in a very modern environment. Tehran was a modern and cosmopolitan city. The love of stories, for example, my father always alongside of Ferdowsi and other Persian storytellers from early childhood. For my brother and I, he would buy books or tell the stories from La Fontaine to Pinocchio to Tom Sawyer to, by the time before I left for England, I had read, I don't know why Balzac used to be a favorite, but I remember closing the door in my room and crying over Père Goriot's, book. We loved the Russians, most of which were translated, and we had read them. I had already fallen in love with Jane Austen, so that when I went to England at first, these ideas were not foreign, One of the things that brought about the revolution was the fact that you had a very lively middle class and you had an educated class who compared itself to Europe. And because of the culture and the institutions, what they wanted was political freedom, and that is what you didn't have. So that was what bothered us. And my family has always been a family of political rebels. Somehow we don't fit into any one political party or agenda. And so my father was the youngest mayor of Tehran in early 60s. And then because he would not sort of move with the crowd, he was put in jail without a trial for over 4 years. And once they gave him a trial in which he defended himself, he was exonerated of all charges except, first they said all charges except disobedience. Later they even took that. I thought that they should have left that. Insubordination, I loved that idea. So what bothered me in comparison with the countries I had lived in, US and Europe, was lack of political freedoms, basically, which of course affected the culture and all the other walks of life.